Good morning. Since today is the feast day of the presentation of Jesus in the temple, I prepared a 2-page homily. My dear brothers and sisters, last Wednesday, we were shocked to hear about the plane and helicopter collision which resulted in the deaths of many people. When I heard this, I thought to myself, life is really unpredictable. It is full of surprises that cannot be predicted or controlled. The people who died in the collision did not think it would be the end for them. The families of the victims also did not expect that they would never see their loved ones again. In fact, the husband of one deceased passenger thought he would still see his wife again because he received a text message from her informing him that they would be landing in 20 minutes. But things turned out differently. And if there is one realization we can draw from this incident, it would be the reality that we are really not in control of our life. Anything can happen at any time, so we need to be prepared at all times. And this is what I would like to emphasize in my reflection today as we celebrate the feast of the presentation of Jesus. In the gospel that we have heard, Simeon cried out as he carried the child Jesus in his arms, "Master, you may now let your servant go in peace, for your word has been fulfilled." It was as if Simeon were saying, "Lord, take me now. I am ready to die because I have seen, touched, and carried you in my arms." Simeon's words are so powerful, so moving, so impactful that they evoke a strong emotional response from us. So as we hear Simeon's words today, it would be good to ask ourselves, can I say what Simeon said? Can I also say to the Lord, "Lord, let me now go in peace. I am ready to die because I have touched you and received you in the Eucharist." Is that what you are praying for today? Or maybe you don't want to say it because God might hear you and take you right away. Brothers and sisters, I believe that most of us here today cannot say what Simeon said because we know for ourselves that we are not ready. But the question remains, why are we not ready yet? The answer is quite simple. Because we do not see our entire life as an offering to God. We do not see our life worth presenting to the Lord. You know, when we offer something to someone we love, we usually offer the best and the most beautiful thing we have, so that our offering may be pleasing and acceptable to the recipient. The same is true with God. When we offer something to God, we want to offer Him the best of what we have. But as we look at our lives now, we see that we are not yet the best version of ourselves, because we do not live up to the standard that God sets for us. We realize that there are many times when we do not follow God's teachings and commandments. That is why we are ashamed to offer ourselves to Him. However, my dear brothers and sisters, if we see ourselves primarily as God's gift to our family and community, we will have the will to make the most of the life that God has given us. We will say, because I am God's gift to my family and community, I will also make myself as an offering to God. I will make myself as a present to the Lord. The Jews have a tradition of offering all first fruits to the Lord. For them, everything that is first belongs to God. It may be a firstborn child, a firstborn animal, or the first harvest of crops. But for us, it is not only the first that belongs to God, but rather everything we have. Everything we have belongs to God. Therefore, what we have right now is worthy of being presented to the Lord. Everything you have right now is worthy of being offered to the Lord. Your family, your marriage, your relationships, present them to the Lord and say, Lord, this is all I have. All that I have and all that I am, I offer them to you. Brothers and sisters, today's feast of the presentation of Jesus is also known as Candlemas. In fact, in the Philippines, where I came from, parishioners bring candles for the priest to bless before Mass begins. The candle is a symbol of the light of Christ that we receive when we were baptized. As baptized Christians, we are reminded today that our candles should always be lit so that we can give light to others. Our candles are useless if they are not lit because they are made to give light. But today, we are not just talking about physical candles, but about our lives giving light to others. Maybe the reason why we are ashamed to present ourselves to God is because we fail to give light to our family, to our community, and to other people. Sometimes, instead of giving light to others, our presence brings darkness. And there are also times when we become the reason why other people's lights go out because of our wrongdoings. Many people are demoralized by our actions. So today, we are reminded that we must be a light that shines brightly, a light that inspires and motivates people to do the right thing, a light that gives hope to the hopeless, and a light that leads others to see the light of Christ. If each of us gives light, the world in which we live will be like heaven. And if we reach that point, then like Simeon, we too will be able to say to the Lord, Lord, let me now go in peace, for my mission is fulfilled. Amen.